KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the New York Giants. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Looking up at the lights, and he muffs it. On first down, it's Hawkins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, this defense is going to have its hands full all game long. You'd have to figure, facing the man second in the NFL in passing yards. What's the course of action here defensively?
Well, we all know that every down seems to have equal importance. But for this game, they're putting it all on 3rd down. Make sure they stop them there, get off the field, and that way they can turn the ball over to their offense and feel good about how this game's progressing.
On 2nd down, it's Hawkins. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. They go play fake. Mahomes. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Mahomes to throw. This is complete to Hawkins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. O'Shane Ximines just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Play action. It's Eason. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Eason. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Eason sets to throw it. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's got some space here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed. And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. We're scoreless after 1. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Now it's Hines. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard. Throwing is Eason. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on second and 8. Eason toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Here's Eason to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
The
for Mecole Hardman, I mean, he was the only guy with 2 of the top 10 fastest runs in all of 2019, and he's showing that that was no fluke. He was moving there.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go play action with Eason. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Eason. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
On first down, it's Hines. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Eason off the play fake. Eason in trouble, and down he goes. Third down, Eason. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Mahomes now on first down. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A final shot before break. Eason. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Room to run past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Eason. That's caught by Golladay. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Eason going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. Another throw for Golladay. This one complete. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Golladay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 45 on 2nd down, Eason. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. First and 10, Eason. He'll check this down to Hines. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Second down, here's Eason. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run with Hines. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Yeah, the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Hines on the toss play. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because...
And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They run it with Ballage. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Mahomes firing complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Hardman. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Check.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Play action. It's Eason. They'll roll him out right. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Eason. And this is going to be intercepted. picked up by Charvarius Ward. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mays used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw it. That's complete. It's Gordon. 7 yards to pick up there. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Working with a 2nd and 3. Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Eason to throw. Pass complete, Galladay. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Now Eason. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. To throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Butker on for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Kansas City, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.